an easy way to learn English.
Hello, everyone.
Hi there.
Welcome back to Soft English Podcast, an easy way to learn English.
We're really happy you're here with us today.
Yes, whether you're listening in the morning, on your way to work, or maybe just relaxing at home, thank you for spending your time with us.
Today, we're going to talk about something many of us know very well, comfort zones.
Yes, that quiet little space where everything feels safe.
Safe, predictable, familiar?
Exactly. So, Mia, when you hear the phrase comfort zone, what comes to mind first?
Honestly, my sofa, a cup of tea, and no notifications on my phone.
That sounds perfect.
Yeah, but I guess in a deeper sense, a comfort zone is not just about physical comfort. It's more about routines, habits, and situations where we don't feel stressed or challenged.
I agree. It's like a mental space where we know what to expect. There are no surprises.
Right, and surprises can be uncomfortable.
They can, but sometimes they're necessary.
That's true. So, do you think staying in your comfort zone is a bad thing?
I wouldn't say it's bad. I think it becomes a problem when we stay there for too long.
That makes sense.
Because comfort is important. We need it to rest and recharge. But if we never step outside of it, we stop growing.
I see what you mean. Growth usually happens when we feel slightly uncomfortable.
Slightly uncomfortable, yes. Not completely overwhelmed.
That's an important difference.
Definitely. There's a big gap between pushing yourself gently and forcing yourself into something that causes anxiety.
I agree. For example, trying a new hobby might be a healthy challenge, but changing your entire life overnight might be too much.
Exactly. It's about balance.
So, can you remember a time when you stepped out of your comfort zone?
Yes. I think moving to a new city was a big one for me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I had lived in the same place for years. Same friends, same cafes, same routine. Then suddenly, everything changed.
That must have been stressful.
It was. At first, I felt lost. I didn't know anyone. Even simple things like finding a grocery store felt overwhelming.
I can imagine. When everything is unfamiliar, even small tasks feel heavy.
Exactly. But after a few months, I started to feel more confident. I discovered new places, met new people, and slowly built a new routine.
So, looking back, are you glad you did it?
Very glad. It was uncomfortable in the beginning, but it expanded my perspective.
Expanded your perspective. I like that.
Yeah, I realized I was more adaptable than I thought.
That's interesting. Sometimes we underestimate ourselves because we haven't tested our limits.
True. We assume we can't handle change, but we've never actually tried.
I had a similar experience when I started speaking English more often in public.
Oh?
Yes, I used to understand English quite well, but I avoided speaking because I was afraid of making mistakes.
That's very common.
Yeah, I stayed in my silent comfort zone. Listening was safe. Speaking felt risky.
What changed?
I realized that staying quiet was also limiting me. I wanted to communicate more freely, so I decided to accept that mistakes were part of the process.
That's a powerful shift.
It was. The first few conversations were awkward. I felt nervous. I overthought every sentence.
I've been there.
But with time, I became more relaxed. I noticed that most people didn't judge me as much as I feared.
That's such an important realization. Often the fear is bigger in our mind than in reality.
Exactly. We create worst-case scenarios that rarely happen.
So, in a way, the comfort zone is protected by fear.
Yes, I think so. Fear of failure, fear of embarrassment, fear of rejection.
But at the same time, the comfort zone gives us stability.
Right, that's why it's so attractive.
It's predictable. We know the outcome.
And humans love predictability.
We do. It gives us a sense of control.
But life itself is unpredictable, so staying too comfortable might make us less prepared for change.
That's a good point. If we never practice dealing with uncertainty, even small changes can feel dramatic.
So maybe the goal isn't to destroy our comfort zone.
No, not at all.
Maybe the goal is to expand it.
I love that idea.
Instead of jumping far outside, we stretch it little by little.
Like increasing the size of a circle.
Exactly.
What felt scary before becomes normal later.
That reminds me of public speaking. The first time I spoke in front of a group, my hands were shaking.
Really?
Yes, my voice felt unstable. I was convinced everyone could see how nervous I was.
And could they?
Probably, but they were kind. And the more I did it, the less terrifying it became.
So now public speaking is inside your comfort zone?
More or less, yes. I still feel a little nervous, but it's manageable.
That's the key word, manageable.
Exactly. Discomfort doesn't disappear completely, but it becomes something we can handle.
I think that's a healthy way to see it. We don't need to eliminate fear, we just need to coexist with it.
That sounds mature.
Well, I try.
Do you think social media affects our comfort zones?
That's an interesting question. I think it does.
How so?
Because we constantly compare ourselves to others. We see people traveling, starting businesses, learning new skills. It creates pressure.
So instead of moving at our own pace, we feel like we need dramatic changes.
Yes, and that can push us too far, too fast.
That's true. Growth should feel challenging, but not forced.
Exactly. Otherwise, it becomes exhausting.
So how can someone gently step out of their comfort zone?
I think it starts with small experiments.
Like what?
For example, if you're shy, you could start by asking one question in a meeting. Not 5, just 1.
That's realistic.
Or if you want to be more active, start with a short walk instead of a 2-hour workout.
I agree. Consistency matters more than intensity.
Yes, because small actions build confidence.
And confidence expands the comfort zone naturally.
Exactly.
Do you think there are situations where staying in your comfort zone is actually wise?
Definitely. If you're recovering from burnout or stress, you need stability.
That's true. Growth isn't always the priority. Sometimes healing is.
I'm glad you said that. There's a lot of pressure to always improve, always achieve more.
Yeah, the idea of constant productivity. But humans aren't machines.
We need phases, periods of expansion and periods of rest.
Like breathing in and breathing out. That's a beautiful metaphor.
Thank you.
So maybe the comfort zone isn't an enemy?
No, I don't think so. It's more like a home base.
A place to return to after exploring.
Exactly.
I like that perspective. It feels balanced.
Me too. It removes the guilt.
Yes, because sometimes we feel guilty for choosing comfort.
But comfort can be intentional. It can be part of a healthy life.
That's true. It's about awareness.
Awareness of when we're hiding and when we're simply resting.
That's a subtle but important difference.
Very important.
So maybe today's reflection for our listeners is simple.
Yes.
Where in your life are you feeling too comfortable?
And where are you being too hard on yourself? There's space between those two extremes.
And in that space, there's growth.
And peace.
I like that. Growth and peace together.
It sounds ideal.
It does.
Well, I think this was a gentle but meaningful conversation.
I agree.
Thank you so much for listening to us today.
Yes, thank you for spending your time with Soft English Podcast, an easy way to learn English.
We hope this conversation was comfortable to listen to.
And maybe just a little bit inspiring.
If you enjoyed it, feel free to listen again whenever you need something calm in the background.
Take care of yourself.
And we'll talk to you next time.
Bye for now.
Bye.